You can be rich, you can be talented, you can be smarter than most, but if you're not respected, deep down, you'll always feel small in your own life. Respect isn't something you can buy. You can't beg for it. It doesn't come from flattery or fake smiles. It comes from one thing only: how you live. People might like you for your looks. They might need you for what you can offer. But they will only respect you if you live with principles, character, and inner strength. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Be like the rock against which the waves crash. It stands firm, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." That rock is you, if you live with integrity. The crashing waves are the world, people's opinions, criticism, chaos. If you don't sway with every tide, they will respect your strength. So why are some people, despite having everything, still treated as if they're nothing? Because they fall into subtle, everyday habits that slowly erode their dignity. Are you unknowingly giving away the respect you deserve? In this video, we'll uncover 5 common behaviors that silently cause people to lose respect, and how to rise above them with the timeless wisdom of Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. If you're ready to begin a journey of building unshakable inner strength, keep watching. Respect is not something you demand. It's what naturally flows when you stop doing the things that diminish your value. And now, it's time to face the truth. If you're still doing these things, no matter how hard you try, people will continue to look down on you. Let's start with the first behavior, the one most people fall into without even realizing. 1. You always make excuses and never take responsibility. Nothing makes people lose respect for you faster than constantly shifting blame. You're late? You blame the traffic. You fail? It's your boss, your environment, or bad luck. You hurt someone? You say, "I didn't mean to," and move on as if it's not your problem. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In Stoic philosophy, the person worthy of respect isn't the one who's perfect, but the one who has the courage to say, "I was wrong," and then works to become better. People respect those who don't hide behind excuses. They admire those who take full ownership, even when it hurts their pride. Because true dignity doesn't come from appearances. It comes from character. Stoic in practice. Next time you mess up, don't explain it away. Just say, "I was wrong. I'll fix it." That's it. And you'll earn more respect in that one moment than a dozen excuses could ever buy. Respect starts with you. And when you take responsibility, people start to trust you and look up to you. 2. You constantly complain. Strong people don't whine. Few things shrink your presence and drain your power more than constant complaining. You complain about your job, your coworkers, the weather, your partner, even about not having a partner. You think you're just venting, but in reality, you're spreading negative energy everywhere you go. Epictetus once said, "Don't waste your time blaming others or the world. The only thing truly within your control is your own mind and how you respond." People don't respect those who suffer loudly. They respect the ones who suffer quietly and carry on with dignity. When you complain, you hand your power over to your circumstances. When you stay calm and take action, you reclaim control over your life. Stoic in practice. When something bad happens, don't broadcast it. Step back, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Can I respond like someone who is grounded and strong? People don't admire you for how well you can rant. They admire you for your calm, your resilience, and your refusal to let the world shake your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, if it doesn't harm your character, it hasn't truly harmed you. So when you stop complaining, you don't just grow up. You start becoming someone others look up to. 3. You react impulsively and lose your calm. In a world full of noise, stress, and constant pressure, people don't judge you by your words. They judge you by how you react. You get angry when criticized. You snap back when challenged. You lose your temper when things don't go your way. These knee-jerk reactions are not signs of strength. They're signs that you haven't mastered yourself. And according to Stoic philosophy, if you can't control your emotions, you can't earn the respect of others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You don't have to have an opinion. You don't have to react. If you can remain still and composed, you've already won." Calmness isn't coldness, it's inner strength. The ability to remain steady even when the world around you isn't. The impulsive person is easy to provoke, easy to manipulate, easy to throw off balance. The calm person, unshakable, grounded, and quietly commanding respect wherever they go. Stoic practice. Next time you feel provoked, pause for 5 seconds. Ask yourself, will this reaction elevate my character or pull me down? Master your reaction before it masters you. People may forget what you said in anger, but they won't forget that you lost your composure. True respect belongs to those who don't let emotions control them, but instead give their emotions purpose. Let your calmness and silence speak for you. Because in a noisy world, grace under pressure is a rare kind of power. 4. You don't keep your promises, and it erodes trust. Few things make people lose respect for you faster than saying one thing and doing another. Every time you make a promise you don't keep. Every time you create a plan but fail to follow through. You're quietly chipping away at your own credibility. To a Stoic, a promise isn't just words, it's a contract of honor. Once you speak it, your integrity is tied to it. Epictetus once said, "Never let your words run ahead of your actions. The wise live by doing, not by promising." When you say you'll show up and you don't, when you say you'll change but fall into the same old patterns, when you say I'll do it but have no intention of following through, people start learning not to believe you. And with that, respect begins to fade, quietly and without warning. Stoic philosophy reminds us of something powerful. The weak make promises to please others. The strong stay silent and act to protect their self-respect. Stoic practice. 1. Only make promises you know you can keep. 2. Treat your words like a bond. Follow through as if your honor depends on it. 3. If you break a promise, own it. Don't make excuses. Respect isn't given, it's built, brick by brick, through consistent actions. If you want to be seen as trustworthy, start with the smallest thing. Keep your word. People may forgive your mistakes, but no one respects someone who doesn't mean what they say. So if you want others to look at you with confidence, if you want your words to carry weight, then don't talk, doctor. Because in the end, action is the language of those who are truly respected. 5. You're a people pleaser, and you lose yourself trying to keep everyone happy. You always say yes. You smile even when you don't want to. You agree when everything inside you says no. Why? Because you're afraid of upsetting people. Because you're afraid of being disliked. Because you're afraid of not being accepted. But remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. If you live to please everyone, you'll lose your soul piece by piece. Respect doesn't come from weakness or fear. It comes from the boundaries you're willing to set and the values you refuse to compromise. The more you try to please everyone, the more invisible you become. People might take advantage of you. They might pity you. They might even like you, but they won't respect you. In Stoic philosophy, self-mastery is everything. A Stoic isn't controlled by other people's emotions and doesn't live for the approval of the crowd. You can be kind. You can be respectful, but don't abandon yourself. Remember this: when you say no, people might not like it, but they will respect you. When you stand your ground, some may push back, but they'll see you differently. When you stay true to your values, you don't need to shout. People will quietly take notice. Stoic practice. 1. Before any decision, ask yourself, will this betray who I am? 2. When you feel pressured, practice saying no without guilt. 3. Spend more time listening to yourself than chasing the emotions of others. The people who earn real respect aren't the ones who try to please everyone. They're the ones who have the courage to stay true to themselves, even if it means being misunderstood, judged, or rejected. And the same is true for you. You weren't born to be a shadow of other people's expectations. You're here to live a life of meaning, strength, and quiet confidence. Final takeaway: people pleasers are pitied. People with principles are respected. Which one will you choose to be? True respect begins with you. Here's something worth remembering. Respect doesn't come from shallow compliments or the approval of the crowd. It comes from the strength of your principles. Real respect is earned when you stand firm in your values, when you know what's right, and you choose to live by it, even under pressure. Every action you take today, every choice, every response, shapes how others see you. If you're constantly bending to please everyone, respect will stay just out of reach, like waves that kiss the shore but never settle. But when you live with integrity, clarity, and courage, you build a respect that is deep, steady, and lasting. Life isn't about pleasing everyone. You are you, and you have the right to stand tall, to live your truth without fear of judgment. When you respect yourself, you naturally draw respect from others. You don't need to chase praise or seek constant approval to feel worthy. True worth comes from within, from the courage to be fully yourself. Starting today, be stronger. Don't let other people's emotions control your decisions. Set clear boundaries so others know who you are and what you will and won't tolerate. Respect yourself and real respect will follow. So don't wait. Don't fear rejection. Don't fear losing people. Be who you were meant to be and let the world see you exactly as you are. Start the change today. You deserve a life without regret, one of strength, authenticity, and true respect. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploring the Stoic principles that help you earn lasting respect. If this message resonated with you, feel free to share it with others. Let Stoicism be your compass, guiding you toward a life of meaning, resilience, and freedom. Here's to standing strong and earning the kind of respect that truly matters.